Hello to everyone. In this particular video we are going to see the different data types in Java. Data types in Java are primarily classified into two. One is called primitive and the other one is called composite. Primitive data types are inbuilt and provided by the compiler. So they are already provided to you and can be used while writing a program. Composite data types are user defined and based on primitive data types. That means you can create your own data type based on your requirement using the primitive data type, and that is said to be a composite data type. Since the primitive data types are inbuilt, so they have a fixed size. On the other hand, composite data types, since they are created as per the need of the user, their sizes may vary. Example of primitive data type includes int, float, double, etc. Whereas that of composite includes string, array, objects, etc. Next we will see the classification of primitive data type. Primitive data type, as I have already said, it is inbuilt and provided by the compiler. It is classified into two types, numeric and non-numeric. Numeric for storing numeric numbers, that is numeric values, and non-numeric for non-numeric values like char and boolean. Now the numeric data type is again classified into two. One is called integer and the other one is called floating. Now integer data type is used to store non-fractional values, that is values without any fractional part, and floating type includes fractional values with a fractional part. The integer data type is further classified into byte, short, int and long. Byte occupies 1 byte of memory, short occupies 2 bytes of memory, int occupies 4 bytes and long 8 bytes of memory. On the other hand, floating is classified into two types, float and double. Float 4 bytes and double 8 bytes of memory. Now all these byte, short, int, long, float, double, they are keywords and should be written in small as is shown in the video. The non-numeric data type are of two types, char, that can be used to store any single character, whereas boolean, which occupies 1 byte of memory, can store only two kinds of values, that is true and false. Moving on, we will see the different numeric data types and the range of values they can store. First is byte, which occupies 1 byte of memory, can store values from -128 to 127. If you require a bigger range of values, then you can go for short, which will occupy 2 bytes of memory and provide you with the option of storing values from -32,768 to 32,767. Even if you want a bigger one, then go for int, which will occupy 4 bytes of memory and can store values from -2 to the power 31 to 2 to the power 31 minus 1. Long, which will occupy 8 bytes of memory and can store values from -2 to the power 63 to 2 to the power 63 minus 1. Moving into fractional numbers, you are provided with two, float, which will occupy 4 bytes of memory and can store values from -3.4 into 10 to the power 38 to 3.4 into 10 to the power 38, and double, which will occupy 8 bytes of memory and can store values from -1.7 into 10 to the power 308 to 1.7 into 10 to the power 308. So these are the different numeric data types and the range of values that can be stored in each of these numeric data types. Next we will try to understand what is a variable and constant, because a data type is used to declare a variable. When you need to store a value of a particular data type, you need a variable. So what is a variable? A variable is a named memory location that can be used to store a value of a particular data type. The syntax for declaring a variable is data type, variable name. So for example, int n, where n is a variable of int data type. Similarly, if you want to declare multiple variables of the same data type, you can do it in the same line, separating them by comma. So one example is here, double d comma x there are two variables b and x of type double that has been created. Next, we'll see what is a constant. A constant, like a variable, is a named memory location that can be used to store a value of a particular data type. But unlike a variable, a value stored in a constant cannot be changed during the execution of a program. So it's simple. A constant is same as a variable. It is a named memory location that can be used to store a value. But in case of a variable, the value that is stored can be updated when you are executing the program. That means we can keep changing the value stored in a variable. But once you do so in a constant, you cannot change the value as the program is executed. The keyword final is used to declare a constant, and the syntax is final data type constant name is equal to value. For example, final int n is equal to 5. So n is a constant of type int and assign the value 5. Now one more difference you can see over here is that when you declare a variable, it is not necessary that you have to initialize the variable with a value. You can do it later, or the value of a variable can be the result of a calculation. So it's not necessary that you have to store a value as you declare a variable, but when you're declaring a constant, it is a must that you have to initialize it with a value. You cannot declare a constant without a value. So as you can see in both the examples that I've given, the first one, final int n is equal to 5. I've initialized it to 5. And the second one, final double pi is equal to 3.14. So I cannot write simply final double pi and put a semicolon. That will be a syntax error. So I have to assign a value to it as soon as I declare the constant. Here is an assignment you can solve. Some questions are there, like differentiate between primitive and composite data type. Mention the different types of integer data type along with their sizes and range. What is the significance of the keyword final? Write a statement to declare a constant named x and assign the value 1.414. What is a variable? How many values can be stored in a variable at the same time? That's all in this particular video, where we have seen the different data types that are provided in Java and the concept of constants and variables. Thank you for watching the video.